Hello, hello, hello everyone, hello everyone. Oh my goodness. Ow. Hello, hello everyone. Oh my goodness. How's everybody doing? And we turned Australian for a second. Hey, we're back. We're so back. We're so back. Alright, let's load it up. Let's load it up. I genuinely do not remember where we left off. What did I miss? I missed 2 lives. Yeah, everybody died. So now we're in a flashback. I made that first part up, but we are in a flashback. Like, this is the first case. This is the first, like, investigation that Miles did. Hashtag truth. Yeah, everybody died. This is just a dream. Miles is in a coma. The only survivor. The only survivor. This is a coma dream. Clearly. Dot. It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area. I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Do I have anything I can look at? I only got one. Let's look at the other window. Move. Geriatric ass bitch. There we go. Finally! The ants were there last time too, by the way. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Like, why did we not look at this before? Don't piss me off. What's the matter? I pricked myself on this cactus's needles. How do you even touch the cactus? I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyways, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. What do you mean with I'm saying, like, what? Why would you touch that? What do you gain from touching that? Do you really think so? Because I believe this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Ooh. Oh? Well then, I look forward to your explanation on how this is exactly related. Hi! What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that the fact that there is a litterer running loose inside this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more pressed about the ants. Cause that's crazy, right? Am I tripping? Like, y'all just got ants running around in a courthouse? No decorum. Just garbage on the windowsill. Ants with the window open, just hanging out. There's crumbs on the floor, by the way. Cause why else would the ants be in there? It wasn't I who littered. Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. Ugh. As if he did it. As if it's his fault. I can look outside. However, I doubt the killer could have escaped through here. Of course not. This is the 3rd floor, after all. It appears that the bars were installed on... It appears that the bars were installed on this to prevent people from falling out. Bars? What bars? Can you not see them from your vantage point? Ah, short. Short. Ooh. I must remember not to bring up that taboo subject again. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants. See, am I tripping? Or does this argument not really, like, make too much sense? Like, I feel like this whole, like, thing that she's having with him, talking about carrying the Von Karma name, he didn't take the Von Karma name. His last name is Edgeworth. Nobody calls him, like, Miles Von Karma or Miles Edgeworth Von Karma. Nothing. He's Miles Edgeworth. So this whole, like, carrying the Von Karma name, I guess you could say it's just talking about, like, spiritually connected to it. But even then, like, without being told, a lot of people aren't gonna fucking know that he even knows the Von Karmas. He's still heavily related. I get that, but I don't know. He's not really carrying it, though. The same goes for you, Franziska. We gotta look down. Ew, God! Whose nasty, stinky, sweaty-ass hand was on the fucking furniture, dude? Yuck. It's mine, sorry, of course. The dirt on this bench smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame! Calm down, Franziska. Now, take a good look. Doesn't the smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? Did you know that there's people that call her Francesca? Like, Cheska in the spelling, as if that's not, like, literally a name. I get a little nervous. Oh, it's okay, Dem. It's okay. We forgive a Dem, right, everybody? Come on, guys, say it with me. We forgive you, Dem. Somebody get a Dem a napkin. I suppose it could be. Sure. You said, fuck it, okay, I guess. Which means... we sure about that, don't we? That perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who, who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. Oh? What was that about? I've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And? Do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. So that's what happened. He went to get like a sweet treat. He wanted a sweet treat. And what happened is, although he says that he's been here the whole time, he actually went out, cashed his check, and then came back, bought his treat, and then ate it. Like, I mean, I said something along those lines last stream, but you know. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. I was just handed a bowl of tater tots. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I fucking love potatoes. Like, just off topic. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied that bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Potato. Yes, I love potatoes. I love potatoes. They're so good. And then last but not least... What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants, eating away. Ooh, that detective. He claims that not a single ant slipped by him. And yet there's a whole hill of them! What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. That's crazy. The second that Miles was in charge, he was like, yeah, I'm cutting like $10 from your paycheck. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. No, it wasn't me that dropped the food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. Ugh. Like, damn. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought. Know me live chat. Oh my gosh. I want Edgeworth. Oh my gosh. Let me see the dolls. Oh, that's cute. You gotta do the face paint. You gotta do the face paint. You gotta do the face paint. I'm scared to do it, to be honest. I love potatoes. Gotta rejoin the Discord sometime soon. Yeah, you abandoned us. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we got everything, right? I think we gotta finish talking to the judge and stuff. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Do you suspect me of something? Being old and needing to retire, that's what I'm suspecting of you. Hi. Sorry, bro. No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well. You may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I just okay. Nomi, why don't you like the judge? Nasty old geriatric fucking pervert. Weirdo. I'm sick of him. Fuck you and your grandson. I don't care. And your brother, too. I ain't forget about his scary ass. Bro, his brother is terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. That beard holds secrets. That beard probably only holds crumbs, bro. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. And you're right, because you lose every time he's in the fucking room with you. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, 97, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hallway, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. When I was going into the restroom, that Detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. Let me guess, and then when you got off the toilet, he wasn't there, because he was probably sitting at the fucking bench. He never... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. At the time that the judge is accusing him of not being there, he was there. He was just sitting on the bench fucking eating. The way that he would rather go to jail than just admit that he got a snack. Are we serious? Well, he's stupid, so he's a himbo. However, and this I couldn't believe. When I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, could you please calm down and explain it to me rationally? Oh, I'm really sorry. Please, let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious, and that's what my finely honed judge's intuition said! Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Oh. Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. The restroom window, huh? I wonder if you can really see the men's bathroom window from that one there. You can. I'm looking at it right now. La, she's gonna get mad because she's short. Again. I'm about to get my ass beat again. I demand that you show me this view at once! I suspect that her height is what's limiting her ability to see. That's probably all I'm gonna find out from His Honor. At least we're aware he's useless. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? What do you even do? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth. Anytime. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Well, be a judge? Okay, but he's terrible at that, so what does he even do? Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. Plus, the only trial that was on for today got canceled. Because, you know, everybody got killed. At least half the courtroom got killed, so... Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. It's time to talk to Big Chin. Time for him to tell us a whole bunch of nothing again. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me. A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Ooh, why'd she read him? Oh my god, she thinks that he's gonna shoot her.
Hold it!
Franziska, I think you need to apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. Like, why did he pretend like he was gonna shoot a little girl? Okay. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up. You gotta get that cigarette out of his mouth. It don't even look like a cigarette. He probably sucking on a lollipop, bro. He is not tough. The only thing tough is that big ass diamond cutting chin. Detective Tweak. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad. Did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Hairline gone. Yo, he's crazy balding. Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. Just fucking flashbanged me. That was so long. As we entered the hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. Is this when we find out that they were dead the whole time or some crazy shit? And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway. Not once. Oh? And how can you make such a claim? One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected. You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door. Did he leave through the window? The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What were your motives upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hallway, or in the hall, and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies. In that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else! Not related or important, but Kristoff and Phoenix Mies got divorced in Tamagotchi. Crazy that didn't work out. You wave that thing around anymore. And oh, wait, that's him. Oh, you wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. You wouldn't dare! Just joking. You be checking that chin out, like it's not going anywhere. You don't need to look at it. You could grab it with your hand. You could fully wrap your hand around that. Ain't that crazy? Look at her hand. Her hand could not fully wrap around his chin. She's not like a baby or anything either. Like, she's old enough that her hand should be big enough to be bigger than his chin. Is that not crazy? There would be room left. There would be chin left out if she tried to grab his chin. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? Let's see. Time he heard the gunshot. Place he heard the gunshot. Situation around the gunshot. I'd say time. Did they draw a highlight on his bald spot? Honestly, probably. That big ass highlight on his forehead is killing me. Big fucking forehead. When we had that flashback, I'm 100% certain, when we had that flashback and it went fully white, it's because a light was shined on his forehead. That's what happened. That's what happened. They shined a light on his forehead and it went meow and fucking flashbanged us into a flashback. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of recess, the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that... Bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. Okay, can I mention again? The judge was not far enough for that gunshot to sound like anything but a gunshot. Like, he literally was just in the room across from the building, from that window to the next window. He was very close. He might actually be closer than the detective was. He thought that shit was like a popper for a birthday? Is he serious? He's hard of hearing, probably. Hard of hearing or not, why did you think it was a pauper? Watch the judge be a criminal. He's a criminal in my eyes. He's a criminal in my eyes. That thug judge. After everything we've been through with him. So you heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste. Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of All you're doing is standing in front of this door, doing nothing. I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then. Be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us. However, May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. Oops. Would appear that the vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. There's money in the thing? Yo, grab that, grab that. There's money. There's money in the machine. It's lovely. What will they think of next? Sorry about that. Somebody came in. Do you guys think that I got abducted? Did it sound like I was taken? Beef jerky for $9? Hold on, let's look at the prices. Holy shit. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. It's not as bad as it could be. Because that beef jerky bag at least looks fucking full. 90% of the time, they'll be upcharging, like, beef jerky. Especially, like, God, what is that one brand called with the red and black bag? Like, dude. They literally, like, they sell that shit for so much money. Like, it's like $7 for, like, a small fucking bag. Or, like, $4.50, I think, for the small bag. And it's not even, like, filled to the brim or anything. Do people just drink cold milk? Yeah. Don't even mention that around me. Don't even... Don't even bring that up in front of me. Somebody here probably does that. There's a demon in the chat that probably does. My dad does. Well, close enough. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these for $6. He had $5 on that thing, and then there's $1 left in there. What does that mean? What does this mean? They're awfully overpriced. Look at her. She's even saying it too. Like, the fuck? Mind you, too. Reminder that even to us, this is overpriced, right? This would have been, like, early 2000. Not even. This would have been the 90s, wouldn't it? Because the game is set in 2000. The original Ace Attorney is 2001. The OG Ace Attorney is 2016. That shit was not 2016. Them old ass phones. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. 2016? This is not 2016. They were just guessing what would happen in 2016, and they were wrong. That's crazy. So this would have been 2010. That's still insane prices, by the way. Like, actually ridiculous prices. And they're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful. Period. Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Fast foods and milk. Not even drinks. Just milk. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine. Oh. Okay. I was wondering about that myself. See, there's orange juice, so why didn't we just... Whatever. Why is the milk $7? I mean, anybody that's willing to pay for milk from a vending machine to drink just like that, like not adding on or anything, you get what you deserve. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess? You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now. Huh. I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all. Do you want one? My God. Like, my God, they don't gaff. They be eating in the fucking courtroom. It's crazy. They do not give a shit. And what gets me is with all this attitude about you can't do that, you can't do that, especially when you're playing as Phoenix, they will string you up by your toes if you dare to even breathe in the direction of food. If you were Phoenix, they would string you up from your toes and beat you like a piñata if you even thought about eating food during a trial. If you were specifically Phoenix. Like, yes, no, other protagonists have these issues too, where they're like very antagonistic towards them. But something about Phoenix, they fucking hated Phoenix, bro. Apollo being a close second, I'll say that too, because they have no problem saying Apollo ugly as fuck. Apollo ugly, short, his hair crazy. Oh my gosh, I love Damian Wayne. Oh my goodness. Me too. Not to bring up like a secret interest, but you know, like I like Damian Wayne too. I'm quite fond. It's a miracle Phoenix was never killed in court. Well, they tried. They certainly tried. Is Edgeworth ordering from a vending machine? It seems like he wants to share. He's trying to convince Francisca. It's really obvious that he wants it, though. Which is killing me. I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2, after all. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together. Miles, why are we poor? Why do you, as a grown man, not have $6 so that you could share food with your little sister? Why are you pooling together what little money she has? Whatever. No, because, like, Miles used to be really whimsical. I'm not tripping, right? Like, this version that we've been playing as for the last, like, few streams, for this flashback version, he's, like, kind of whimsical, right? Also, Queen, don't ever ask me that stupid shit again. Talking about some, you know me? Do you remember me? You know what? No. Actually, I'm deleting all my memories of you right now. I have to split with you, then I don't want it. Are we just not gonna acknowledge? Oh, is that a painting? Okay, it's a painting. I thought that was like, where they drop your change. I don't know why. I just assumed this is where they drop change, but no, that's for the bill. Oh my gosh. We haven't met often on this path for freedom. You're here like every time I stream. What's this game? It's Ace Attorney. Investigation, specifically. The Miles Edgeworth collection. Don't be a jerk in court, like these beef jerks. I see.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? She's so whimsical, too. To her own, like, stuck-up level. Like, to be fair, when you raise in a family like that, you're gonna behave a certain way. Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name? Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad, and now I'm utterly famished. If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. Well, no, you're poor. You made that clear. We couldn't afford the $6, so what makes you think that she was gonna ask about this? When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. It looks like this slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne. No wonder it's so ass. Hot dog, we're getting ridiculous. And it has all the toppings on it too. I have to assume that it's gonna come with the toppings packaged on the side. What a pathetic slogan. No presents at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone in court would be found guilty, dogs. Okay, girl, that was ass. Like, that was genuinely terrible.
Objection!
Overruled! She said, that's fire. What are you talking about? What would y'all get? DoorDash? See, what if we all win it on DoorDash? Anybody got, like, premium? Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. Sounds like it's directed at the ham of a judge. Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. Well, yeah, he's old. It's not hard. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence? Don't worry. My whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long. Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. But where will we DoorDash to? We're all in different places. Obviously to the stream. Duh. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? Ew! What does that mean? I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Ew. They be milking defendants here, I'm saying. I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. No, I think it might mean that this was milked right right here from the various defendants. Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious! Of course not. God forbid you try to be a little silly. I think we got everything. Here we go. Yeah, no, there's nothing else to look at. Yes, sir! And these bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell such a... Girl! What did we just look at? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue. However, it is being sold right over there. The vending machine? Oh, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Like Jesus. Hi. I need to sneeze. I can feel it. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this vending machine. This would make sense if this was in California. That's still really expensive. That's still really expensive. Golly, like, yeah, but also Jesus. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. Move him a little bit to the left, because he definitely had his big handprint on there. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. How could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable! Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Golly. Because he only had $5. Hold on. I got this. I don't think I have anything. Hold on. Do I really not have anything? Oh, I think I have to deduce more. Probably. You're right? No, hold on. Mika! Should I deleted it? Oh. About Detective Gumshoe's finances. He said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? If his bonus really was only $5, which is also a scam, by the way, they definitely should be giving him more money, especially if this is in California. That is insane. He can't even buy anything from the fucking vending machine. Then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, packs being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. He split it with Kay. That's why Kay came up to us. At the beginning of the game, Kay, little baby Kay, she ran up to us. Do we have a picture of her? Yes, we do. She ran up to us and she was like, do you have change? Do you have change? Can I have $1? Da-da-da. And we gave her $1 and then she left. And then she ended up having a Swiss roll. So they ended up sharing one. They shared one. He convinced her to go get it because he couldn't leave. That's how he was able to get the freaking thing. The change. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is, how? I'm gonna do it. I was gonna do it, but I was like, what if I'm wrong? But if I'm wrong, just fuck it. Yes! This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier. I believe this is a piece of popped balloon. I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. She's so cute. Heal me. Yes. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Well, I do too. Well, I do too.
Alright, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to?
Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first. So you go ahead.
Okay, girl, you don't know shit. It's okay. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Like, oh my gosh, that's little sister. Y'all don't understand. That's little sister. Like, oh my gosh. I love them together so much. It's like, it's so crazy to think about. That genuinely, like, she's basically known him her entire life, if not her entire life. Like, oh my gosh. That's little sister. That's little sister. Could you imagine? Dad died, but you get a new dad who kind of sucks. But then you get a little sister too, who also kind of sucks, but like in an endearing way. Like in an, like a aw. Like in an aw kind of way. Very well. But first, we need to pay attention. We need to pay his honor a little visit to correct his testimony. He's so short, bro. Like, I know he's not that much shorter than like Edgeworth, but he's so short. Like, why is he so stumpy? Could they not have made the robe a little longer? Like, could they not have made it at least like a little closer to his ankles? Get him some high heels. Your Honor, If I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? Random fact. In the anime, Francisca comes with Manfred to get Miles things. And 3-year-old Franny still has her whip. She been had that. Are you saying that that means that they took it away? They gave her like the little like bull crop for a little bit? She was just whipping people as a baby. They're like, okay, enough of that. Let's take a breather from that. And then she's like 19. She's like, well, I'm an adult now, so I'm going to take my whip back. She's born ready, I guess. People complaining about the whipping, but clearly this was a day one training technique. In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness for Von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred Von Karma, and Miss Genius Prosecutor. Ooh! Don't anger me. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred Von Karma, Miles Edgeworth, and Miss Genius Prosecutor, successor to Manfred Von Karma, Francisca. Ack!
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
Is he bad at saying her name? Is that why he keeps biting his tongue? As the defender of law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. I just remembered too, for everyone who's like, oh my gosh, Nomi, you're so mean to the judge, you're so mean to the judge. Y'all remember that 16-year-old girl that was in the circus? And he was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. She's so cute, she's so beautiful. Mind you, she got multiple grown men trying to groom her into a relationship. Like, actually in that plot line. Multiple grown men were fighting to be with her. And by the end of it, he was even there like, oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Like, ugh! I forget that. You weird, nasty bitch. As the defender of the law, are you? Because I wasn't there should have been a bunch of people getting arrested that day. I'm not tripping, right? When it was outed that multiple people were, like, preying upon her, why was only one guy arrested? And it was only because he murdered someone. Not because he was trying to actively get with a 16-year-old little girl. Ooh, that made me so mad. And the age gaps were so crazy, because some of them were like 30. Very well, then. Your testimony, if you please.
Inactivity?
I got this.
I got this!
Got it. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. Wait, Creep Judge is canon? No, he's been weird, especially with younger girls. Like, not like all underage, but when I say younger, I mean like, what's it called? Even Phoenix's ex-girlfriend Dahlia, when she came into the like thing for her testimony, he's like, oh, she's so beautiful, and be like, oh, but no, she's an adult. She looks really young. She looks younger than her age. Like, let me go look at that picture. Hold on. We will all go look in live chat. Like, she looks really, really young. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Where can I go to get a Discord link again? You're supposed to DM me. And then when I'm done streaming, I'll send you the link. But you can't keep leaving! You can't keep leaving. Because if you keep leaving, I'm not gonna invite you in anymore. I didn't want to bother you though. What's it called? Yeah, no, you gotta DM me because there's no public link. Because last time it was public, there was like this person that joined and then started spamming like inappropriate links for like NSFW into every channel. Like it was like a bot or something. And I was like, let's not have that. I still need to watch the anime. I really do. 2 times public links have failed us. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. Sounds mighty suspicious to me. You are suspicious. You. I hate him. And the fact that he still has his job. This was the past. This is like the furthest in the past that we've gone for these characters at this point. And he's still, oh my god. He still has his job after all this.
Nami, you didn't say shit.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about a link in DMs that you wouldn't even be. See, guards, beat that one. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh! Judge Death Arc would go crazy. I'd have no problem being on that case. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. Why would you do that? He did not disappear. His fingerprints.
Objection!
What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone's giving testimony? As if that's not literally his job. If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
This is what some people may say is the pond calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. You go through the entire case finding the judge's murder, but the motherfucker just slipped. So I don't even get a peace of mind, ever. We will never be free. If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest, thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh? Well, that's good. But who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing just murder? He had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. Well, it's true that the detective is the one who made this mess on the bench. We have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench. Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Of course you don't. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submitted that Francisca herself was unable to see out of that window. Ugh! knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... In the manga, he lifted her like a cat to check the window height. Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Oops. My mouse got me fucked up. Hold on. There we go. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it. Is there something of value you'd like to say? Yes, actually, there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window, blah blah blah. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. Of course, as I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. So, really bad? We need to fire you. You don't need a job. You need a retirement home. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. The most critical point in this argument is, when did the judge look into the hallway? How old is the judge's grandson? Because he'd been mentioning that grandson. I assume that he was little the first time that we heard him mention it. Like, way in the future. And whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. It's possible you can't see the person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Oh.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I suspected. Or I expected. Here you go, being a dumbass again. What were you expecting? I demand to know. I demand to know. what that all-knowing smile is for. It's because the fucking detective said that he heard the gunshot and got there within a minute of the gunshot. So it's like, you know, I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Alright, if you insist. Let's see. I looked into the hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Anyway, I forgot to... Okay, let me see. I'm gonna use this one and present the testimony from Detective. Yeah.
Objection!
I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Ye gods, I've been overruled? Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that's simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred Long. Instead of biting your tongue, Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite your tongue on those preposterous names? I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca. Real. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that. Okay, so then when she whips you in your ass, then what? Like what? That doesn't sound any better. Her missing sounds worse. Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet. Well, you kind of struggled to hear a gunshot, so... I feel like a gunshot being softened that badly, your hearing might as well just be gone at that point. I've changed my position just a little bit. My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I hear the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I've been here... what am I talking about? I have here an interesting bit of a testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The sound of a gunshot. The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. At that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. That was the balloon. He heard the balloon. That is what he heard. I am here. Oh my goodness. Nori actually made it. There's at least 6 episodes up, by the way, guys. On YouTube, for those of you that are a little behind. So if you want to watch some of those. You know. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge really was. Blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced that gunshot you heard.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? Are we not supposed to do that? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. Whenever I hear that sound effect, I always assume that I got the wrong answer. I got nervous. I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there's no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? Good night, know me if you even know who I am. I don't. Bye, stranger. Have a good night, stranger that I've never seen or interacted with before. Thanks for coming to my stream for the first time ever. I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Betrayal. You know damn well if you ask me them stupid ass questions. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Girl, no you wouldn't have. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. Well then, yeah, common sense. But who could have guessed that something would pop a balloon in a place? Someone would pop a balloon in a place like this. That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. Don't anger me. I'm already mad at him.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. That balloon that girl was holding, it explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. Only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. Mind you, judge for many years to come afterwards. I'm saying, like, literally, we are stuck with this guy forever. He's still judge. He hasn't retired yet, right? I'm not tripping. He's still a judge. They just sometimes switch it up. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. Still going, yeah. Unfortunately. Unfucking-fortunately. Is investigations basically defending people without officially defending people? Yeah, we haven't actually been in a courtroom like that yet. Like, we're in a courtroom, but you know what I mean. Like, an actual, like, people in the jury and everything. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it! I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't! I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that.
Who is bro? Bro wanna be included bad. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental?
Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part.
Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime.
I guess so. What are you guys talking about?
In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember that you are not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. Alright, Gramps, let's get you home. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony...
Yow!
My whip will object, loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I gotcha, pal.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. Bro, my cousin became a lawyer? Oh my gosh. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying. It's time I pulled the information I need out of him.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, is it not fact that you did something while you were when you were in that hallway?
Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail?
Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch.
Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify on the effect of?
You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step from that door, just like I was ordered not to.
Everyone's like, bro. Everyone's like, brother, we know that's not true. Like, why is he so intent on this lie? Like, dude. Like, even the judge.
Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden?
Because we are all in shock. And in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one.
Ouch! But I'm not lying.
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Which one do we want to do? The Swiss roll or the handprint? What do y'all think? Oh, we can look even closer at this? Hold on. I'd probably be named Dead Woman. Well, what if I told you? What if I told you? Exactly, bro. That's me. And until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the door. What are we thinking? Fingerprint or the Swiss roll? I think I'm gonna do the fingerprint. I feel like that one's a little more fucking obvious.
Objection!
Yeah. I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe. I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere.
Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Read hearing. Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recalled the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that.
He's so dumb. He can't even like keep up with his own shit.
Detective Gumshoe. You know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You inconsiderate slovenly pig. Slovenly?
I promise to clean it up later. I swear.
To be fair to Gumshoe, okay? Okay? To be fair to Gumshoe, no matter how you look at it, like, he wouldn't have had the chance to clean that up. Because they literally started the investigation basically right after that. Like, it was almost immediate where they were like, yeah, there's dead bodies, let's start investigating. Like, that just happened. He would have just been eating. Now then, shall we get down to business? Let's get down to business. About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of that door? If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands? Ouch! It appears Francisco's whip can do more damage than my words alone can.
Alright. I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay?
I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. Hey, did you know that you were about to go to jail? Probably for life. If not put on the death sentence. Because you killed 2 men, including a prosecutor? Like, I think that's actively worse than getting chewed out. Not even fired, chewed out. He was more scared about being chewed out than going to jail? Brother.
So I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed.
No, you didn't.
I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying.
But that's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back.
Judge angering me. Sorry, somebody was trying to buzz in. I don't know why. I don't have any orders or anything. It's just one of my neighbors. And that last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there's something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Of course not! I've got nothing else to hide, pal!
Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it is true, pal! I swear there's nothing else!
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Huh? Remind me again, pal.
That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right?
Oh...
Let me ask then. How did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that?
Yeah, I told you! I bought it myself, pal! There wasn't anyone else in the hallway with me. So there was no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do?
Of course I do.
What? How?
What proof did I have that there must have been someone else there in the hallway? There's 2 in a pack.
Take that! Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal. Really?
I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls.
Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief! I'd never do such a thing! All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal.
I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular switch roll was dropped by a certain someone. Thank God! I thought I fucked up. I was like, shit, was I supposed to show the balloon? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh.
There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them. But you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you?
No way, pal! You've got it all wrong. I ate both of them.
Girl. Ooh! It would appear that we've caught you at last.
Hey, don't you dare do anything back to that girl!
It would appear that they do know each other, after all. Well, no, that's not what that implies. So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name and it's Kay!
Kay what?
Kay Faraday!
Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you! I'm Kay!
Kay. You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave a big, nasty bruises. Like the way you do. I know he mad as fuck about that. I know his leg still hurts. I know that shit's sore. He can feel it every step he takes.
Well then, you should not put Gummy under arrest, mister.
Gummy? Gumshoe. Oh, no, wait, that's so cute. Wait, that's so freaking cute. That's so freaking cute.
My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
Congratulations, you're on the same page as everyone else now.
What a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Ah!
Children are so embarrassing, bro. Good God, kids are so embarrassing. Now then, Kay. She's like a stray cat. I wonder if I should feed her something. Are we gonna give her the Swiss roll?
Take that!
Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, a Swiss roll.
It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh my. Your father.
Don't say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet.
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking about how he's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna...
Oh! What the fuck? Why would they show us this? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see a little kid crying because her dad just died. Oh my god! It's all right. Let it all out. How do we not remember this? Hello? And you might be like, you Nomi, what are you talking? What are you? In the last episode, she was like, "Do you guys not remember me?" And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" Both Gumshoe and Miles are like, "Yeah, no, we don't fucking know you." You don't just do this to people. Like, oh my god. What do you mean they don't remember her? How do you forget this? I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
You're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here. How about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Oh. Like, come on! Don't blow your nose on that! You can't just change the vibes like that. Golly. Here goes Boogersworth. Oh my god. Miles Edgeworth wore like mucus Boogersworth.
I feel better now. Thanks.
Son. Okay, are you going to be alright?
Yep, I'm already alright.
Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. Well, yeah, duh. Her dad just died. Why would she be okay?
I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers.
Okay, well, you broke that promise, but you're like 6, so it's okay. No, she has to be older than that. This was 6 years ago. Hold on. Isn't she 17? Yeah, she would have been like 11. No, because we're 26. We're 26 in the game, like in general. We're 26 in the game. He was 20 in this, so this would have been 6 years ago on the dot. And she's 17? She's like literally about to be like 18. Like around that range of like 16, 17-ish. Like closer to 18 than closer to like 13 type beat. So she has to be like 10, 11. Yeah. Yeah. Basic math. You're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right? Well...
That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises.
Oh. I can't be here. But I miss Naomi. Just wanted y'all to know who's holding you hostage. Soap, say their name before it's too late. Soap! You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry. Just for you. Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings.
Aww. Babies supporting babies. See it? No, they got soap!
Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So, to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are, in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolutely favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see. And what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. I want to read the pages. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay. So, I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too.
Yeah! Yeah! You're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay? See, now that she's not small and little, you be arguing with her instead, huh? Huh, Gumshoe? It's no longer like, oh, I'm a hero too. You don't give a shit. You really started fighting her. Over Miles Edgeworth. That's crazy. Kay Faraday investigations when? She's so cute.
What is with the two of them?
I have done verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too.
Yes, and thanks to your heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy is not a bad man, okay?
That poor judge is being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. Well, he deserves it, and he'll go on to prove that for years, don't worry. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway, staring really hard at the vending machine. So I said hi.
And when was this?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it.
Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during that recess. Isn't that right?
Yep, you got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister.
Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Yeah, I'm not trying to have my shit knocked in again. Golly. Cause that was crazy. We didn't even get him arrested. If anything, we've kind of been defending him. And she pulled up and kicked us in the fucking ankle, bro. That's crazy. Fuck my calf up. KK's hella hard for 11. No, because she really knocked him on his ass. That was crazy. That was crazy. She fucked his shit up. Broken ankles for no damn reason. Didn't even do nothing. Oop. Accidentally hit the thing. No, it was way earlier. It was like last stream? Or the stream before that? But she fucking like kicked him in like the ankle. Cavish, like ankle area. It was crazy. Knocked him right on his shit. Were you the one who bought the pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. And that still wasn't enough. I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah. Thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Well, you assaulted me after that, so... From my perspective, I helped you, and then you assaulted me. You kicked the shit out of my leg. Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm going to have to arrest you, pal. Need I remind you that you're the one... you're the one already under arrest? Yow! I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your roughly thing.
Yes, well now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one.
But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger.
Okay, but I'm sure Daddy told you not to kick people. I'm sure Daddy told you not to talk to strangers either. It's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see. It's right here on the page, on this page.
Ooh. I promise I never take things from a stranger. Promise number 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. Alright then. I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it and clean. Wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet.
Okay, Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
They couldn't have just animated it, him giving it to her properly, and then him pulling out a new one? It looks like he just put that shit back on. Yuck. Now the bee going crazy. I know that's right. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with Little K in that hallway.
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy.
They forgot, I guess. They did not gaff. That's what happened. Miles Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve. I beg your pardon. You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us. That's... well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lie for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why. So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, you can't call this a perfect you can't call this a perfect investigation. Blah 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 blah. His reasons for lying is very simple.
What?
Here is what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious that the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Because she made promises not to be doing shit like that, right? Oh. Ah. And he's dead, bro. He's dead.
Take that!
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook? How does this explain anything? If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What a foolishly foolish fool of a foolish reason for a fool! Yow!
Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm your friend, Kay. That's why.
Gummy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay. I'll spill the goods. I'm hoping this is the end of the chapter, I'm not gonna lie. Golly. I'd been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all the cash you had on, I read it right, I got nervous. But all the cash you had on you was $5. And that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that vending machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, but then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with
Daddy. So I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But he only had about $1 in coins. So we pulled
my $5 and her $1 together. Bought a snack of I'm on death's row right now, bro. This is it for me. And bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. But I was worried about breaking one of my... They need to change colors or something. Golly. 6 different fucking people talking.
About breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry. You won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know?
He told me it'd be okay. Then he gave me a whole world to save and give to Daddy.
Okay, but why did we keep this a secret? Because Daddy's dead, so that don't matter. Know me, I'm being arrested. I gotta leave stream. No, tell them to hold on. We're almost done. And he gave me
a whole world to save and give to Daddy.
Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Oh, okay, BRB, let me tell them. Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, okay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped.
It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you.
But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
You really got me there, pal.
My sentence is being extended. See? Look at that.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me? Is that it? You sure are a feisty one.
I'm really sorry, mister.
It's alright. I'm perfectly unharmed. Mind you, I know his shit aches. But okay. But about this Swiss roll. Would it be alright with you if I held onto it until Detective Gumshoe was cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection.
Ooh! Actually, it proves just the opposite. Edgeworth, you've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss View.
I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence?
You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy.
Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away. Golly! Miss Callisto, you! That girl is Mr. Faraday's! I know. So what? You think just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her. To speak nothing of getting underfoot. To speak of nothing getting underfoot. I suppose you're right. However, as long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
Yeah, but...
You see? Isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? What if I said that there's only 2 people that it could be, and it's the 2 people that we've never ever seen before? Like, literally everyone else we know is innocent. Literally every single other person we know is innocent. Unless they release, like, a new third person we've never seen. Oh my gosh, what if they're in it together? What if it's both of them? Like, it seems like they're probably in it together. We've never seen them before. And we never see them again after this case. So what if they're either working together or it's one of them? It has to be them working together or it's one of them. Especially the way the detective refuses to work with us is so weird. And her behavior is so like she's funny, don't get it wrong, it's funny as fuck when she starts laughing. But like the way that she's just laughing everything off and like doesn't really take it serious. You and Crimson Chin? Possibly. You see? Isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? The way that she's pressuring it to be him too. He's the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. I have no counter-argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. Especially because she kind of has a reason. I don't know about the other guy. But I know for a fact that Miss Yu, her sister literally got killed. And then Mr. Faraday turned around and had like 0. And I mean 0. Oh my god. I just zoned the fuck out. I forgot what I was saying. Let's move on. Early onset dementia, clearly. They got you. They see. I was a little too locked in. They were like, stop that. Like, why did everything just leave my mind in one go? I'm so serious, y'all. Yeah, no. But this guy got away with his case because of his failures. He's literally the only reason that guy got away. Because the evidence got fucked up, wasn't it, too? The evidence got stolen! That's what it was. The evidence got stolen, possibly by the Yatagarusu. Now, this guy started accusing him of being the Yatagarusu and told him that he needed to do the murder. That's what he was saying, you know what I mean? So what if that also pushed her over to the edge? And this guy's been on the Yatagarusu case, so maybe that's his connection to all this as well. Can't figure out the case if you forget. So, what if this is a Scream situation and there's 2 Ghostface? In this case, 2 killers. Callisto Yu. I see it. Callous to you. Well, she kind of is. Makes sense.
Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma.
Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. So, we're back to square one. Naturally, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's the other room. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. Alright, y'all. Ladder. See, we're at this is the end of it. I'll probably play the rest tomorrow. I'm gonna have to play earlier than later if I want to finish it, because I'll try to finish it in one go. No, me. Once you end stream, I get arrested. I'm sorry. I can't do anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. This window is also open. Am I tripping? Or are the bars just in front and you could like crawl through it? Like a tiny little space. Back and forth. Or are they closed off? I don't know. Anyways, I closed the game. See? It's gone. It's gone. My hands are tied. Everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.